Hey guys, welcome back to our channel, and if you are new here, welcome. I'm Heather from Mindset Made Better. In our last two videos, I talked a lot about attachment styles and the challenges that we have when we lose sight of our value and worth. And today, I want to talk about some of the beliefs that you might have if you're struggling with this. I also want to share with you some new ways of looking at ourselves so that we can rediscover our value. But before we get into it, if you love personal growth and self-improvement, you've come to the right place. Each week we put out a video that goes along with our articles over on mindsetmadebetter.com. And over there we have daily posts of great quotes, and we apply those teachings to modern times. So if you enjoy this kind of content, please consider subscribing to our channel. Today's quote is, remove yourself from people who treat you like your time doesn't matter, like your feelings are worthless, or like your soul is replaceable. How is it that so many of us end up in relationships with people who don't value us and treat us well? The relationship starts off good, we feel elated being with a person, and then one day everything shifts. All of a sudden, it's like we don't matter to them, and we wonder what we did to cause this dramatic change. If this is a pattern that you've noticed in your relationships, you need to take an honest look at what you believe to be true about yourself. To break this cycle, you need to dig deep and unearth what kind of childhood conditioning has caused you to gravitate towards people who treat you poorly. The cycle continues because, on some level, you believe that this treatment is acceptable. So let's back up for a minute. Where does this kind of conditioning come from? Well, first, let's look at what healthy conditioning about the self looks like. In a healthy childhood, the child learns that their thoughts, feelings, and preferences are valued and that they matter. They're taught and encouraged to protect themselves with healthy boundaries and to recognize when they're being harmed relationally. When you have a caregiver struggling with addiction or mental health issues such as narcissism or depression, the child doesn't learn that their feelings or thoughts are important. They don't even feel seen or heard. The needs of the caregiver often come first, and the child learns that what they think and feel are not important. What this often leads to is conditioning in the child's mind that they're wrong for having feelings, or that their feelings are invalid or less valuable than someone else's. In many cases, the child will learn how to anticipate the moods and feelings of their caregiver before they can identify how they feel themselves. They don't learn how to recognize when someone is harmful to them relationally because their caregiver often blurs boundaries with them. They learn that mistreatment and not standing up for yourself is normal in relationships. Now, with all that being said, this is not your fault. It is literally how you are programmed. Now, here are some beliefs that you may have if you find yourself in these kinds of relationships often. I give people the benefit of the doubt too much or too many second chances. I worry about offending my partner if I stand up for myself. I have a hard time recognizing when I'm being disrespected. Sometimes it takes someone else pointing it out to me. When someone hurts me, instead of setting a boundary with them, I feel like I need to prove my worthiness and why they should value me more. When someone hurts me, I need them to validate me and my feelings by admitting that they were wrong or disrespectful. I don't even know what real respect feels like in a relationship. I feel guilty when setting boundaries, and I worry that I'm being unfair. Sometimes I even convince myself that by setting the boundary, I'm overreacting. I would rather put up with shitty treatment than be alone. My worst fear is being alone. So how do we undo this programming that we have about ourselves? How do we start recognizing that our thoughts and our feelings matter and are just as valuable as anyone else's? Number 1, be gentle with yourself. We seek out dynamics and relationships that are familiar to us, even if they're unhealthy. Understand and accept that you adapted the way that any child would have, and that this kind of conditioning runs deep. It's going to take time and practice to heal. Number 2, Validate your own feelings as you would for a friend. Chances are, if a friend came to you with feelings that they were having, you would totally get it and validate them. And your feelings are just as valid. Show the same compassion to yourself that you show to others. Number 3, identify negative and positive reinforcers. Who are the people who you feel good after spending time with? Who recharges your spirit? What about the people who are negative reinforcers? Are you surrounding yourself by others who confirm the negative things that you feel about yourself? Limit your time around the negative reinforcers and choose to spend more time with people who treat you well. Number 4, don't stay in love with potential. You could come up with so many potential ways the person who treats you crappy could choose to behave and make things better. But here's the thing. They have already chosen to be crappy towards you. Set your boundaries and let them be responsible for not violating them. If they do violate them, know how you'll respond and stick to it. Number 5, remember the law of effect. We teach people how to treat us. When someone does something disrespectful to you, respond in a way that honors your self-respect. This can look like setting boundaries or changing up the way you respond to something. For example, say your partner makes a hurtful comment to you while you're on the way out to dinner with them. And maybe in the past you shrugged it off and brought it up to them and tried to get them to see how hurtful they were. You know how that game goes. You basically argue with them so they see your point and give you external validation, and things calm down for a while. But maybe this time you tell them you're not feeling up to going out to dinner and you're just going to go home and end the night early. Why? Because this teaches someone that if they mistreat you, you won't spend time with them. They aren't your only option to have dinner with. Alright guys, that is going to do it for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you for spending time with me today, and I hope that you found this video helpful. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, and be sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our weekly uploads. Until next time, stay healthy, stay positive, and remember that no matter what kind of messages you received as a child, you are enough and always have been. We'll see you next time.